There is a quiet truth many people forget while trying to live a good life. The more you look outside yourself for approval, love, and peace, the further you move away from them. The moment you stop chasing what others think, feel, or expect, something gentle begins to happen inside you. Your breath becomes slower, your body softens, your heart feels less tight. This is not magic. This is what happens when your attention finally comes home. Take a moment right now and notice where your focus has been living. Has it been resting inside you, or has it been scattered across other people's lives, opinions, and actions? Most stress does not come from what is happening. It comes from where your attention is placed. When your focus is always on others, you slowly forget yourself. You forget your needs. You forget your worth. You forget your inner voice. Loving yourself is not something you earn after you fix everything. It is not a reward for being perfect. It is a choice you make in small moments, again and again. It begins when you decide that your inner world matters just as much as the outer one. It begins when you stop measuring your life by what others are doing and start feeling your own life from the inside. Right now, you do not need to change anything. You do not need to improve yourself or become someone else. You only need to pause and allow yourself to be here. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your breath move naturally. This simple act of slowing down is already an act of self-love. Many people believe self-love is loud or dramatic. They think it looks like confidence without doubt or happiness without pain. But real self-love is quiet. It is gentle. It is the way you speak to yourself when no one else is listening. It is the way you stay with yourself even when things feel messy. It is the way you stop abandoning yourself just to belong somewhere else. When you focus on yourself, you are not turning away from the world. You are turning toward your center. And when you live from your center, you show up in the world with more peace, more balance, and more truth. You stop reacting so much. You stop comparing so much. You stop proving so much. You begin to live. This is where self-love begins, not with effort, but with attention, not with force, but with kindness, not with becoming more, but with accepting what already is. Everything in your life flows from the relationship you have with yourself. The way you treat your body, your thoughts, your time, and your feelings sets the tone for every experience you have. When self-love is missing, life feels heavy. Even good things feel stressful. Even success feels empty. But when self-love is present, even hard moments feel softer and more manageable. Many people are taught to put themselves last. They are taught that caring for others is more important than caring for themselves. Over time, this creates exhaustion, resentment, and confusion. You give and give, hoping one day someone will give back in the same way. But that day often does not come, because you taught the world how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Self-love does not mean ignoring others. It means not ignoring yourself. It means you stop expecting others to fill the space you keep empty inside. When you love yourself, you no longer beg for attention, approval, or validation. You still enjoy connection, but you are not dependent on it for your sense of worth. Peace begins inside, not outside. If your inner world is full of self-judgment, fear, and pressure, no amount of praise or success will calm you. But when your inner world is kind and supportive, even silence feels safe, even waiting feels peaceful, even uncertainty feels manageable. Focusing on yourself means listening to your body when it is tired. It means respecting your emotions instead of pushing them away. It means choosing rest without guilt and saying no without long explanations. These small acts send a powerful message to your mind and heart. You matter. Many people confuse self-love with being selfish, but selfishness comes from fear and lack. Self-love comes from wholeness. When you are full inside, you naturally give from a place of joy instead of obligation. You help others without losing yourself. You care without burning out. When self-love comes first, you stop living in constant comparison. You stop rushing to keep up. You stop doubting your pace. You understand that your path is your own, and it does not need to match anyone else's timeline. This brings a deep sense of relief. Loving yourself also means allowing yourself to grow slowly. You stop attacking yourself for mistakes. You stop replaying the past with shame. You learn from experience without punishing yourself for being human. Growth becomes gentle instead of painful. When you focus on yourself, your energy changes. You become calmer, you become clearer, you become more grounded. This is because your energy is no longer scattered. It is no longer pulled in every direction by other people's needs, moods, and expectations. It returns to you. From this place, decisions become easier. You begin to feel what is right instead of overthinking everything. You trust yourself more because you have learned to stand by yourself. Self-love builds trust, and trust builds peace. Nothing outside you needs to change for this to begin. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. You only need willingness. The willingness to choose yourself, even in small ways, even quietly. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to disconnect from yourself. The moment you compare your life to someone else's, you step out of your own truth. You stop seeing your progress. You stop honoring your effort. You forget your own journey and start judging it by someone else's story. Comparison creates the feeling that you are behind even when you are exactly where you need to be. It creates pressure to rush, to prove, to become something quickly. But growth does not work that way. Healing does not work that way. Life does not work that way. When you focus on what others have, you lose touch with what you already hold. Gratitude fades, joy fades, presence fades. You may not even realize how often your mind drifts into comparison, but its effects are heavy. It makes you question your worth. It makes you doubt your choices. It makes you forget how far you have come. Everyone walks a different path. Everyone carries different lessons, timing, and challenges. You cannot measure your life with someone else's ruler. What looks easy for someone else may come with struggles you cannot see. What feels slow for you may be building strength that will last. Letting go of comparison does not mean pretending others do not exist. It means remembering that their life is not a standard you must meet. It means bringing your attention back to your own breath, your own values, your own needs. When you catch yourself comparing, pause gently. There is no need for shame. Simply notice it and return to yourself. Ask yourself what you truly need in that moment. Rest, encouragement, patience, clarity. Comparison often shows you where you need more love, not where you are failing. Focusing on yourself allows you to grow in a way that feels natural and steady. You begin to appreciate your own rhythm. You stop forcing outcomes just to keep up. You trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The more you honor your own path, the quieter comparison becomes. Your confidence no longer depends on being better than someone else. It comes from being connected to yourself. This kind of confidence is calm. It does not need to be loud or proven. When you stop watching others so closely, you gain time and energy. You use that energy to care for your body, your thoughts, and your dreams. You become more present in your own life. You notice small joys. You feel more grounded. Comparison pulls you out of the present moment. Self-focus brings you back. And the present moment is where peace lives. This is where self-love grows. This is where you remember who you are without the noise of outside voices. Each time you choose to focus on yourself instead of comparing, you take a step toward freedom. Not freedom from others, but freedom within yourself. This freedom is quiet, steady, and deeply healing. There is a voice inside you that has been with you your entire life. It speaks quietly, often in feelings rather than words. It shows up as a sense of peace, a feeling of discomfort, or a gentle pull towards something that feels right. This inner voice is not loud, it does not rush, and because of that, it is often ignored. When your attention is always on others, this voice becomes harder to hear. Outside opinions grow louder. Advice, expectations, and judgments begin to drown out your own knowing. Over time, you may forget that you ever trusted yourself at all. Decisions feel confusing. Doubt becomes familiar. You start asking others what you should do instead of listening inward. Listening to your inner voice begins with slowing down. It begins with moments of quiet where you are not trying to fix or solve anything. In these moments, you allow yourself to feel without judging those feelings. You stop labeling emotions as good or bad. You simply notice them. Your inner voice speaks through your body as well. Tension, tightness, ease, and relaxation are all messages. When something does not feel right, your body knows before your mind does. When something feels aligned, there is often a sense of calm, even if the path ahead is unknown. Trusting your inner voice does not mean you will never feel fear. It means you learn to tell the difference between fear that comes from old patterns and guidance that comes from truth. Fear feels urgent and loud. Inner guidance feels calm and steady, even when it asks you to make changes. The more you listen to yourself, the stronger this connection becomes. You begin to recognize your own signals. You learn when to rest and when to act. You stop pushing yourself just to please others. You begin making choices that support your well-being instead of draining it. Listening to your inner voice is an act of self-respect. It says, "I trust myself enough to hear what I feel." This trust builds slowly, but it is powerful. Over time, you feel more grounded. You second-guess less. You feel more at home within yourself. You do not need to be perfect at this. You only need to be willing. Each moment you pause and listen is a moment of self-love. Each time you choose to honor what feels true for you, you strengthen your connection to yourself. This is how clarity grows, gently and naturally. Boundaries are one of the clearest expressions of self-love. They are not walls meant to keep others out. They are guidelines that protect your energy, time, and peace. When boundaries are missing, exhaustion follows. When boundaries are honored, balance returns. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear disappointing others. They worry about being seen as selfish, cold, or unkind. But boundaries are not about rejection. They are about honesty. They allow relationships to exist without resentment and burnout. Setting gentle boundaries begins with knowing your limits. It means paying attention to when you feel drained, overwhelmed, or uneasy. These feelings are not weaknesses, they are signals. When you ignore them, your body and mind carry the cost. A boundary can be as simple as saying no without guilt. It can be choosing rest instead of forcing yourself to keep going. It can be deciding not to explain yourself endlessly. Boundaries do not need to be dramatic. They only need to be clear. When you focus on yourself, you begin to understand what you can give and what you cannot. You stop saying yes out of fear and start saying yes from choice. You learn that protecting your peace allows you to show up more fully when you do choose to engage. Healthy boundaries teach others how to treat you, but more importantly, they teach you how to treat yourself. Each boundary you set reinforces the belief that your needs matter. Over time, this builds confidence and inner stability. Boundaries may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are not used to setting them. But discomfort does not mean you are doing something wrong. It often means you are growing. With practice, boundaries feel less heavy and more natural. When you honor your limits, you create space for rest, clarity, and joy. You stop living in constant tension. You stop overextending yourself. You begin to feel safe within your own choices. This sense of safety is essential for self-love to grow. Healing does not begin when everything is fixed. It begins when you stop fighting yourself. Acceptance is not giving up on growth. It is allowing yourself to be human while you grow. It is meeting yourself where you are without harsh judgment. Many people believe they need to change before they can love themselves. They wait until they are calmer, more successful, or more confident. But self-love does not come after perfection. It comes before it. It is the foundation that allows real change to happen. Acceptance means allowing your feelings to exist without pushing them away. It means letting sadness, fear, and uncertainty move through you instead of resisting them. When emotions are accepted, they soften. When they are fought, they tighten. This does not mean you stay stuck. It means you stop adding shame to what you feel. You stop telling yourself that you should be different by now. You understand that growth moves in cycles, not straight lines. When you accept yourself, your nervous system relaxes. Your body feels safer. Your mind becomes clearer. From this place, healing unfolds naturally. You make better choices, not because you hate where you are, but because you care about yourself. Acceptance also allows you to release the past. You stop replaying mistakes and judging your younger self. You recognize that you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. This compassion frees a great deal of energy. Focusing on yourself means offering yourself the same kindness you would offer someone you love. It means speaking gently to yourself during hard moments. It means choosing patience instead of pressure. Healing is not a destination. It is a relationship with yourself. The more you accept who you are right now, the easier it becomes to move forward. Acceptance opens the door to peace, and peace is where true healing lives. Where you place your energy shapes your life. Energy follows attention. When your attention is always on other people's actions, opinions, and progress, your energy flows outward. Over time, this can leave you feeling scattered, tired, and disconnected from yourself. But when you bring your energy back to your own growth, something powerful happens. You begin to feel steady again. Focusing on your growth does not mean isolating yourself or ignoring the world. It means choosing to invest your time, care, and effort into what supports your well-being. It means asking yourself simple questions like, what helps me feel balanced? What helps me feel calm? What helps me feel true to myself? Growth does not need to be dramatic or fast. In fact, the most lasting growth often happens quietly. It happens in the small choices you make each day, choosing rest when you are tired, choosing honesty when it feels uncomfortable, choosing patience when you want to rush. When you stop watching others so closely, you free up energy to notice your own needs. You become more aware of what nourishes you and what drains you. This awareness allows you to grow in a way that feels natural instead of forced. Growth rooted in self-love feels different from growth driven by fear. Fear-based growth says you are not enough yet. Love-based growth says you deserve care and support as you are. One creates pressure, the other creates peace. As you focus on your growth, you may notice that you stop proving yourself. You stop trying to earn worth through achievement or approval. You begin to trust that your value is not something you need to chase. It is something you carry. This shift brings clarity. Decisions feel simpler. You no longer need to rush just because others are moving quickly. You understand that your pace is not a problem. It is part of your design. Growth unfolds when you allow it, not when you force it. Self-love is not a single moment or a big promise. It is a daily practice. It lives in the way you speak to yourself, the way you care for your body, and the way you respond to your thoughts. These daily choices shape your inner world more than any outside event. Practicing self-love begins with awareness. Notice how you talk to yourself when things go wrong. Notice how quickly you judge or criticize yourself. These inner words matter. They either create safety or tension inside you. Replacing harsh self-talk with kindness does not mean pretending everything is fine. It means choosing gentler language. Instead of saying, "I always mess up," you might say, "I am learning." Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you might say, "I'm doing my best." Daily self-love also shows up in how you care for your body, resting when you are tired, eating in a way that supports your energy, moving your body with respect instead of punishment. These actions send a clear message: you deserve care. Another simple practice of self-love is giving yourself permission to slow down. You do not need to rush through life to be worthy. You do not need to be busy all the time to matter. Stillness has value. Quiet has value. When you practice self-love daily, it becomes familiar. Over time, you no longer need to remind yourself as often. It becomes the way you naturally respond to yourself. This consistency builds inner trust and emotional safety. Self-love does not remove challenges, but it changes how you meet them. You stop turning difficulties into proof that something is wrong with you. You face them with patience instead of panic. This is the strength that grows from daily care. Every life follows its own rhythm. When you focus too much on others, it is easy to forget this. You begin to believe you are behind or missing something. But life is not a race. There is no single timeline you must follow. Trusting your own path means accepting that your journey will look different. Your lessons, timing, and growth are unique to you. Comparing paths only creates confusion. Trust creates peace. When you trust your path, you stop rushing decisions out of fear. You stop forcing outcomes just to feel secure. You allow things to unfold naturally, knowing that what is meant for you will arrive in its own time. Trust also means allowing uncertainty. You do not need to have everything figured out to move forward. You only need to take the next step that feels honest and supportive. Clarity often comes after action, not before. As you trust yourself more, you become less dependent on outside approval. You listen inward. You feel when something is right for you, even if others do not understand. This builds quiet confidence. Your path does not need to be explained or defended. It only needs to be lived. When you honor your truth, you naturally attract experiences and relationships that align with who you are becoming. Trusting your path allows you to relax. You stop gripping life so tightly. You understand that growth is happening even when it feels slow. This trust brings deep relief to the mind and body. There is nothing you need to prove right now. You are allowed to rest in who you are becoming. You are allowed to move at a pace that feels kind to your body and mind. Peace does not come from doing more. It comes from trusting more. Focusing on yourself is not turning away from life. It is learning how to meet life with presence and care. When you choose yourself, even quietly, you create space for clarity, balance, and calm. You can remind yourself gently, again and again, that you are worthy of love and attention. Not someday, not after change. Right now, these reminders soften the heart and steady the mind. Each time you bring your focus back to yourself, you strengthen your connection to peace. You remember that your inner world matters. You remember that self-love is not something to earn, but something to allow. Loving yourself is not about becoming someone new. It is about returning to who you have always been beneath the noise, comparison, and pressure. When you focus on yourself with kindness, you reconnect with your natural sense of balance. This focus brings you back into the present moment where peace lives. It helps you listen, rest, grow, and trust in a way that feels honest. Over time, this way of living becomes lighter and more natural. You do not need to rush this process. Each small step counts. Each gentle choice matters. As you continue to bring your attention inward, you create a life guided by calm, self-respect, and quiet strength. And from this place, everything begins to feel more aligned, more peaceful, and more true.